Welcome back to my channel, guys. Today we're going to be talking about the next update. The next update here is that we're making a mount to actually hold the dash up. So if you can see here, this side is higher than the other side. The reason being is because this side has more support. There's also the parking brake and stuff that's kind of holding it up and keeping it, where it's supposed to be. Over there, we have no support whatsoever, so it's much lower. So let me show you guys the whole ordeal, and then I'll come back and show you what I made to see if, it will solve the issue. Depending on if it doesn't beat through the freaking dash. So this notch right here should be fitting this tube. There's a reason why that notch was made. So it should be about that high. And you see, look how much more level it looks when it's that high. So we'll drop it back down. So we're gonna make a tube. We made a tube that goes from here. See all those scratches because I was trying to make sure the tube notched up good with this piece. And it's gonna sit up here. Basically, can't turn on the flash right now. Boop, boop, boop. It's gonna sit up here and kind of hold. It's gonna sit like right level right here, so it holds this stuff up. So I'm gonna lift it up. It would be nice to have a second body. Lift it up, and then I'm gonna tack in the tube, and then from there, we're gonna kind of test it out, see if it's really rigid, if it's good to go. Might take it around the street and come back and fully weld it 360. It's gonna be pretty high, so I don't think I'll be able to get 360. It's not very load bearing, so it's not a big deal if I just do only halfway around. But yeah, so the whole thing about that is just get the dash as rigid as possible in the right area so I can finish the dash. I still have to make something to house all this good stuff down here so it's not just hanging around, airbag stuff. So there's still a good amount of work to do. As you guys know, there's, job's never over. What I did also do is I finished the wiring for the switch pros. Now I'm not done here because I still have to insulate a lot of it. Electrical tape is kind of like my go-to first. I usually go around with it with electrical tape, and then I throw some conduit. I get like the mesh conduit or like the plastic stuff. Either one works. I'm not really picky as long as it's wrapped up and the insulation is covered. You kind of realize how crappy these vehicles come from factory. So I wrapped all of this. None of this was wrapped up. Just wires exposed. It's like, come on, you know how easy it is to pierce some insulation, and you have a short, and then you got to find a short. So it's crazy that this company's, but I understand because, they're trying to make money down the road. So they make cheap parts, they make things not last forever on these vehicles so that you can come back and spend more money, which is cool. It's cool. I understand that. So this is kind of like right here, this is for the light bar. This is soft setup. I'm gonna cut this out, extend it a little bit. That way I can run it into the same harness. And I'm gonna move this ground. It's a temporary ground. I have a ground up here. I'm gonna kind of move that up here, and probably put something on there to get it sealed and keep it very conductive. So Switch Pros was pretty simple. It was pretty simple setup. Just took a minute for me to actually get it going. Where I want to put the holes, I cut a hole, 1-inch hole through the cab right here. The wiring part of it was very simple. This is the original wire, the power wire they gave me. I made this guy right here. So if you kind of look, it's electrical tape, and then it has the plastic wire too, or the plastic conduit underneath it, and then tape. So it's freaking shielded. And the ground wire is also ran along the same thing, so it comes through here and comes out here. I just finished tucking it away. This is kind of like the setup. This one had another plastic sheathing. This one goes to the ground. This one goes to a power. Came straight off of here. I think it looked very clean for a setup. It's like you can't even see it. So that was fairly simple. I got it really insulated. I use quality splices. I use, quality stuff. Walmart electrical tape. Can't go wrong, quality stuff. And the Switch Pros was, you know, it's amazing. Like, I mean, makes it so simple. I have everything plugged in. The Switch, I still got to figure out where I want to do that because I'm planning to build a console at some point. Just got to get the motivation. And this right here, so this thing is Bluetooth, or not Bluetooth, it's like wireless. So I can connect to it and I can set the configuration for the switches, whether I want them to strobe, whether I want them to just come on indefinitely, or, you know, whatever I want to do, I have that option to do it. And that's the beautiful thing about it. I don't have to have all these fuses, relays all over the place, you know, making it very messy. That was my big thing, because I don't want, you know, this just mitigates all that and makes everything super simple. And that's really a nice thing. So here's the little switch rocker. Flip the camera around. So we have these different switches. Man, this thing got dirty. Let's pause welding in here. So yeah, switch is for the light, red light. Those are KC Cyclones, just letting you guys know. The first two are for this is for the rear pods, and then the front one is for my new light bar I got from All Terrain Concepts. Kind of updated the front end, threw out the old light bar. So it's a badass, you know, piece of gear. It's, I mean, if you planning to buy it, just buy it. Don't buy a trigger, because I bought a trigger and, you know, it didn't work right out the box. Goes to show quality. Okay, so back to what the mount I was gonna make. The mount is right here, and very simple. Just my buddy Vince dropped off some scrap metal, and I used this piece. It was already had a bend in it. I don't have a bender yet. And then I had some extra flat stock that I had cut out, some rusty flat stock that I had when I lived at the farm. And just put, you know, tacked it in, put it up in there, and it fit. I got it to fit right under the dash, like I said. So I basically fully welded it. Weld was all right. I expected more, but it was kind of like my first 360 weld, but I did it in three sections, just because I don't think I could have done it in one. Maybe, but there was one spot where I got caught up trying to move myself that it bunched up a lot. Kind of see. Let's see, where is it at? Okay, so it's right here. You can't really see it, but you can kind of see the bunch, and then you have that that extra wire, that spatter going on right there. So I kind of got hung up. I was, you know, stuck in the same spot. There's a lot of voltage running through that area, so a lot of heat, close to burning through the metal. So that was my first trial bead, but it's coming along. You know, just got to keep going at it, keep getting better, you know. But yeah, guys, that's my update. Hopefully I should be finishing all this up, and I'm waiting on parts, finishing it up in less than like a week and a half, depending on parts. And that's pretty much like the gist of what I have to do. So I just got to do that, and then I got to sand down this body filler I used for the cab mounts. I mean, for the cab, because as you know, it got cut for the cage. So probably around, a week and a half, 2 weeks, I want to plan a desert trip. If not, come out March, end of March, local Yodas, 619 off-road. We're going to hold a meet. So come out, show your support, come kick it with us. I'd like to meet everybody that subscribes to me. I mean, I don't know who exactly is subscribed, but all right, guys, peace.